This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weight. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show.
Hey, what up? Happy Wednesday. The Jason Walker Show. Hanging out inside the man cave with breaking news this morning. Oh, we got a lot to talk about. We also are going to talk to Jon Burnett, Helena Senators coach, and we'll fill you in on everything that's going on. U.S. ski and snowboarding national teams making some Montanans nominated on the team. We got a lot going on, and we're going to get all to it on the show that you can watch on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. You can listen on Podbean, Network One Sports. You can also check out Rumble, iHeart Podcast, Spotify. You know what? Just go to jasonwalkershow.com. That is where everything is located. So, a walk-up brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes, the premier log home company in the industry. 3 distinct divisions so you can create the log home of your dreams and your budget. And the breaking news that we'll tell you about here in a second will join us tomorrow. Okay. Anyway, get into Montana Custom Log Homes. 50 years experience, finest craftsmen available in the West, and they will get you the home of your dreams, the custom log home of your dreams. Over 15 different floor plans, milled, handcrafted, and timber frame. Check them out, yourcustomlog.com, to get started today. So the big breaking news is that Lindsay Woolley has announced his resignation at Montana Western. After 11 years, Coach Woolley, national champion in 2019 with the Bulldog women, and he has another professional opportunity that he is going to step into. He will join us tomorrow on the Jason Walker Show. He's got to wait for his background check to pass, which should be today. But yeah, heading a little south is what I'm being told. Not too far south, but stepping up from the NAI to a pretty good program in D1. So we'll talk to him tomorrow. But Lindsay Woolley stepping down at Montana Western. He went 215 and 129 overall, 625 winning percentage in 11 seasons, was the National Coach of the Year after that national championship run that culminated with the win in Billings. 6 NAI tournament appearances, 12 players, first, second, third team All-America, 3 Frontier Conference Players of the Year, 2 Frontier Conference Defensive Players of the Year, a Freshman of the Year, 29 All-Conference selections, 87 Academic All-Conference, and 6 All-District Academic selections, and 2 Academic All-Americans. He said in a statement released by the Montana Western website, quote, working at UMW for the last 11 years has been an extremely fulfilling and rewarding experience I'll forever be grateful for. As coaches, we constantly ask our players to challenge themselves and get out of their comfort zone to become the best versions of themselves. And when the opportunity arose, I couldn't pass it up without feeling hypocritical. With the support of my amazing wife and son, I'm excited for this new challenge and chapter in our lives. I will miss this community and all the people who supported our players and my family. Thank you to the community of Dillon, and go Dogs, end quote. Britt Cooper, assistant coach, former player, standout player for the Bulldogs, will serve as interim head coach. A national search will begin immediately. But Coach Woolley down at Montana Western as he resigns, and he will join us tomorrow here on the show. So looking forward to chatting with him. He's always a fun interview, and good luck to him and his family, because, man, Montana Western is not going to be the same without him. You know the news from late last week, that Kurt Paulson stepping down at Carroll College. No word on a replacement there. He was there for 5 seasons, and he's getting out of coaching for a little bit. But lots of conference changes. We knew Steve Keller back in March. Well, now Keller, the assistant with Bill Drykosen, unless Keller ends up at Carroll. Whew. All sorts of stuff going on across the Frontier. And this is why the offseason, the Frontier gives us stories all the time, and it's fantastic. And this is why we love the Frontier Conference, because great coaches, great student athletes, and for the most part, great administrators across most of the 6 schools. But, man, there's been some big changes for sure this year. Mike Anderson stepped down at Montana Western right after the conference tournament, or right after the season ended in March. Western's got to replace both its men's and women's coach. The men's side is already filled, but now replacing Coach Lindsay Woolley. Interesting. And like I said, he'll join us tomorrow. So let's see, what else? Helena Senators lost last night to Great Falls Chargers. We'll talk to Jon Burnett coming up here in a little bit on the show. We also have still on this day in history, the walk-off and more. But the U.S. ski team announced it's Montanans that'll be on the U.S. ski and snowboard nationals. In free ski, Maggie Voisin of Whitefish will continue to represent in slopestyle and big air. She's been a 3-time Olympian. It'll be her 10th year on the U.S. ski team. 2 years on the rookie team. Now Helena's Connor Ralph moving up to men's pro team in slopestyle and big air as well. In cross country, Max Cluck of Butte, named to the developmental team in May. Skied for Bridger Ski Foundation, will join University of Utah ski team for college. And in snowboard, slopestyle, big air, Bozeman's Evan Roble named to the men's rookie team. So very cool for those 4. And Maggie Voisin continues to shine for the U.S. on the slopes. She is absolutely amazing. Billings Central's Cade Boyd switches his football commitment from Montana Tech to the University of Montana. I know he hasn't signed, but that feels a little like poaching from the Grizz. And it happens all across the country at all divisions. But Tim Houck made a call, and Boyd, who had back in January committed to Montana Tech, said, yeah, I'll come to Montana. So that's a big loss for Tech for sure. And, Tim Houck, the defensive analyst, gave him a call and said, hey, come play. So Boyd calls UM his quote, unquote, dream school. But there you go. He's the all-time leading rusher in touchdowns at Central. Was in the last 2 State A championship game appearances. He'll be a preferred walk-on for the Grizz. He's also going to get to compete again with his teammate, Clay Oven. I got to call those two. Boyd and Oven in the backfield together were pretty amazing. Pretty good to watch. And pretty fun. There's going to be 5 Billings High School players for Grizz next year. Oven, Jackson Tucker from West, Junior Bergen, of course, from Billings Senior, and Trevin Gradney of West. Grizz will open up the season against Butler at Washington Grizzly Stadium in September. So there you go. All right, let's take a little break. We'll come back. When we return, we'll talk baseball. Helena Senators lost last night at home to the Great Falls Chargers. Are they worried? They've lost 4 of 6, have the Sens. Jon Burnett will fill us in. The Montana Custom Log Homes walk-up. Veteran-owned, family-owned, woman-owned, and operated. Check them out, yourcustomlog.com for Montana Custom Log Homes. Wednesday rolls on. Jon Burnett joins us next. Jason Walker Show.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
I'm Bobby Houck, head football coach of the Montana Grizzlies. And this summer at the Montana Pro Football Hall of Fame, we're doing more than celebrating Montana's best. On Saturday, June 24th at the Billings Hotel and Convention Center, there will be a Speak Up Student-Athlete Mental Health Symposium from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Prominent figures throughout Montana, such as Jim O'Day and Tommy Malott, will offer discussion and collaboration on how to better the mental health of our student-athletes. After 3 Hall of Famers spoke about their own mental health last year, it's become apparent that we prioritize this topic at the Montana Pro Football Hall of Fame. Please join us on Saturday, June 24th, and for more information, go to the website mtfootballhof.com.
Father's Day is coming fast, and what more would that great dad in your life want than a full detail from Auto Concepts? Or maybe he would just prefer a lift kit. It's also camping season, and now is the perfect time to outfit that rig with a winch just in case. Auto Concepts is your home for everything for your vehicle, including updating your car stereo system too. Auto Concepts also has gift certificates for dad or yourself. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com.
Summer, the season to work hard, play hard. The days are heating up and getting longer. The smell of fresh cut grass, the hot sun on your skin. Who we kidding? We all know you're really thinking about having fun and relaxing at the Copper Club Casino. Meet your friends for a cold one. Play a $5 or $2. When you want great service, cold drinks, and fun entertainment, this is the place. The Copper Club Casino, where everybody knows your name any time of year. On Euclid, across from Molendi Center, the Copper Club Casino.
Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Everyone knows about Dinners Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinners Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients, along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinners Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show on a Wednesday. Hope you are having a good one or had a good Wednesday, depending on what time you check this show out. We're back tomorrow. Lindsay Woolley will join us. Also, Barry Abrams going to talk Preakness. Triple Crown. We won't have a Triple Crown winner this year. We did have one on this date back in 1941. We'll tell you about it coming up on this day in history. Well, last night the Helena Senators were at home, continuing conference play, and fell to 20-5 overall, 2-1 in league action after a 6-2 loss to the Great Falls Chargers. And joining us now to chat about it on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline is the head coach of the Helena Senators, Jon Burnett, on the Jason Walker Show. All right, Coach, kind of a tough one last night as you guys fall to 2-1 in conference play, but errors seemed to be the big difference in that ball game last night as you guys had 5, I think.
Yeah, we, shot ourselves in the foot, second batter of the game, and Great Falls did what you're supposed to do when a team gives you free bases, and they ended up picking up 3 runs that inning. So we started out in the hole and had to try to dig our way out. But Great Falls is a good quality team, good pitching staff, good order, or good lineup, and tough to come back when you give a team 3 runs to start the game.
Well, and that's, the old adage in baseball, and there's a million of them, but one of them is you can't give a team extra outs, especially a good team, and Great Falls is a lot better than they have been over the last 10 years or so. But you take advantage, like you said, and you guys have done that multiple times over the last few years, but Great Falls definitely did it last night. Those extra outs can come back. It's like a walk. It hurts you.
Yeah. It's one of those, it's what we keep telling our guys over and over is, if we make the routine plays on defense, and take good at bats, our pitching is more than good enough to give us a chance to win every game. And we just didn't make the routine plays, and our bats weren't as good as I thought they could have been. And I think we ended up, we had 16 of the 21 outs in that game were either, flyouts, pop-ups, or strikeouts. So not very competitive on our end. So just stuff we need to work on. And, I don't want to make it sound like Great Falls didn't play well and earn that win. But, there's things we definitely didn't do to help ourselves out.
Yeah, no doubt. Graduation hangover. I know you guys played Bozeman the day after graduation, but a few days after graduation and I don't mean hangover like the traditional sense, but it's tough. You got seniors on this team that summer is here. High school's over. You know where I'm going with this. It's just a lack of focus, it seemed like last night.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think I'll, just chalk it up that we had a couple of plays that didn't go our way. We didn't use the right footwork to get around the baseball and tried to play it off our throwing hand side when we could have got around it, and that hurt us. And the thing that not really frustrates, but the thing that kind of I look at is the couple of days leading up to that game. Sunday, Monday practices. Sunday we were the best we've looked on the infield at practice. So I think it's just baseball. It's just you had a bad day, and I think we'll bounce back from that. But it's just the way the ball bounces sometimes.
Let's talk about the positives. Luke Dowdy allowed 8 hits, 5 runs, just 2 earned, so his ERA is not going to take too big of a hit, but he pitched really, really well. When you don't walk a guy, that means you're probably doing well on the mound and putting the ball in play with just the 3 strikeouts. And again, it goes back to the defense, but keep it positive. Luke looked good last night.
Yeah, he was solid. I think the thing that probably frustrates me the most is, that should have been a 1-1 ball game in the 7th inning with Luke still on the mound. We took him out. He could have gone another inning, but we took him out just, down by 4 runs. There's no reason to run him up to the 105 pitch count. But, if that's a 1-1 ball game and he's still in that game, that's a great finish that we might have had. He was sharp. A lot of their hits, they were aggressive swinging early in the count. A lot of their hits, weren't really hard contact hits. A couple flares that found the hole. So, I can't say enough about how Luke performed last night for us.
That's got to be pretty good. And, I mean, your pitching has still been there considering you've lost 4 of 6, which every team goes into a slump at some point in the year, and it's better to do it now than at the end of conference play or in the state tournament.
Yeah, we're not, I'm not too concerned about the record right now. I think we got a good quality, tough outs 1 through 9 in our lineup. We got, 5 deep with starting pitchers plus 3 or 4 more guys that really fill that relief role and give a different look for our pitching staff. It's just kind of thing where we're going to take our lumps. We're still, we're still running out 4 or 5 guys that don't have a ton of varsity experience. So, it's something, that I'm not too concerned about. My players may not think that after we have a little chat after the game, but it's over the course of the season, it's something we'll work out. And our goal is to be playing, our best baseball come July and at that state tournament.
Talking with Helena Senators coach Jon Burnett after the Senators fall to 2-1 in Legion AA play last night with a loss to the Great Falls Chargers. The next 2 weeks, you guys are on the road and really not a whole lot of time at home because you've got 9 straight in the next 2 weeks, 9 games in 14 days, and they're going to be tough ones. You go to Lethbridge to start off this road trip. Let's start there. What do you expect from the Elks?
We haven't seen a ton of them, the last few years. They came down to Helena last year. From what I've heard, talked with the Great Falls coaches and kind of watched some of their games. They're a team that swings the bat well. Not quite sure how deep their pitching staff is, but they're going to put up competitive at bats, and hopefully we can keep pounding the strike zone with our pitching, solidify that defense a little bit, and I think we'll have a good chance to go up there and be successful.
Lethbridge is always a tough place to play, and then you go to Kalispell, which isn't going to get any easier next week, but you go to Lethbridge Saturday and Sunday, and then pick up Kalispell on the way back home. It's crazy to think about, but it's a long road trip for those guys. Like I said, 9 games total in 2 weeks, but starting on Saturday, that's 6 games in a span of about 5 days. It's going to be a fun trip.
Yeah, we're going to spend most of the month of June and early July. We're going to spend a lot of time on the bus, so we're going to get to know our team pretty well, and guys are going to get to know each other pretty well. So hopefully, any sort of little stuff we have going on in the locker room, it's a good chance for us to get on the road and put it behind us, and guys to really just gel as a team and spend that good quality time on the bus and on the field together.
With the Lakers in Kalispell next week, I mean, this is, we joke about their hair, but this is still a great baseball team up there in the Flathead. Tell me about them.
Yeah, they're, they're a lot like us. They try to take advantage of other teams' mistakes, put pressure on you. They can play a small ball game, and hopefully we're sound on our bunt coverages and all that, because they're going to, just from the past few years, they're going to try to take advantage of, you give them a free pass, they're going to try to work that run around. So we really need to make sure that we're prepared for that. We played them once down here, and, we ended up getting the walk-off win in the bottom of the 7th inning. So, we're, we do have a tall task in front of us, but, I'm excited to get out on the road and, really form the bond with the team and get everybody rolling. We seem to be playing pretty well, on the road, at home, wherever. So we're excited about the upcoming trips.
Jon Burnett joining us, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline, 9 games in the next 2 weeks on the road, and then back home to take on Missoula on the 20th. But a long way between now and then. And like you said, a lot of time on the road, a lot of time in hotel rooms. How do you break up the monotony of a road trip?
We just try to have fun, let the guys have a good time. We have a pretty set schedule when it comes to, home games, road games that the guys can follow. They're pretty well versed in. So, once we get to the park and, as we're loading up the bus to head to the park from the hotels, the guys really know to focus. But just, the in-between time, we just try to keep it loose and let them have a good time out there. They're, 16 to 18-year-olds. So, there's going to be some times where it's not as serious as sometimes it should be, but just try to keep it light and have a fun time out there.
What kind of food do you guys eat on roadies?
Well, it depends. There's sometimes the schedule doesn't allow much, so we have the 11 o'clock Domino's delivery coming to the hotel. But we usually like to try to take the guys out once a day for a nice sit down meal. A lot of continental breakfast and Jimmy John's and that sort of stuff mixed in, but we try to get the guys, one nice meal where they sit down and can kind of order what they want. But every once in a while, the schedule calls for that, midnight, 11 p.m. Domino's stop.
What's the day per diem limit on when you guys go out to eat?
It's really fluctuated recently. I mean, the prices of everything have gone up.
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be, I've been doing this for 20 plus years. It used to be you could, get a burger sandwich, something like that at a restaurant for $10. But now, you kind of got to look at the menu and see what's available. And, we try to, we're not out there eating steak and lobster, but we're also not, giving them an option of one or two things because there's nothing else they can afford. So yeah, we try to feed the guys well and make sure they're eating a good, healthy meal.
Jon Burnett joining us here, Jason Walker Show. Are you happy with how the baseball season's gone in the pros so far on the major leagues?
Yeah, I mean, it's been exciting. It's been fun to watch. I haven't been as up to date on it recently as I was early in the year, but yeah, it's been pretty exciting. Astros seem to be playing pretty good, and we're going to have a showdown with the Rangers, it looks like, in the AL West. So that'll be exciting, and can't complain watching the NL East looks very competitive. Dodgers, Arizona Diamondbacks look like they're going to have a good showdown coming through the end of the season. So yeah, I can't be disappointed in what's going on.
It's crazy because I traded away Kyle Tucker and I kept Brian Reynolds, and I probably should have kept Tucker.
Yeah, you should have talked to me before that, Jason.
Yeah, but I like Reynolds. I really like him.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, I know the Pirates are still, floating a little bit above that 500, but they've kind of cooled down recently.
That is true. How many stolen bases did you have in your career?
Did I have?
Yeah.
I don't know in my career. I know my senior year of college, I was 13 for 13.
Ooh.
So I'm pretty proud of that. I was one of those guys. I wasn't the fastest out there, but I was pretty high baseball IQ. So, you kind of figure the counts to run in and
sure,
that sort of thing. So yeah, I was pretty good baseball, or a pretty good base runner for being a 3-4 hitter, kind of a bigger guy.
You were a 3-4 hitter?
Yeah.
Wow. I would have pictured you in that 7-8 spot.
Oh, no, 3-4 and third baseman scoots back because they see, a 210-pounder and lay down a nice bunt for base hit and get the team going.
I like it. So you weren't the typical 3-4 guy.
I was a high average guy. I didn't have a ton of home runs. It's kind of funny. My college was the only. I played at a D3 school out in New York, and we were the only NCAA wooden bat conference. So
nice.
There wasn't a ton of balls leaving the yard, but yeah, I still think I'm on the school list for the leading, top 5 in doubles, and
wow,
that was kind of my game. I didn't really try to lift the ball. I was kind of a gap to gap on a line type guy.
You were Jeff McNeil.
Definitely wasn't Jeff Bagwell, I'll tell you
that. Okay, I'll give you Jose Altuve. How's that? Since you're an Astros guy.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, who was the guy? Gosh, what was his name? It's gonna freak me out when I remember it. He played center, second, and catcher his whole career. Biggio,
yeah.
Yeah, you're Biggio. But wasn't he a leadoff? Wasn't he a 1-2 guy?
Yeah, he was a leadoff guy.
Okay.
Wasn't as fast as Biggio, but yeah, I was a first baseman pitcher. It was pretty fun. It was I was one of those guys. When I came back to Montana, I tried to use the same college rules that I played by, and they're like, no, he can't be the pitcher and the DH. So I had a real quick learn of the rules and the difference between NCAA and Legion Major League rules.
There you go. Hey, good luck on the road trip this week and for the next 2 weeks, I guess. Have some fun with the guys, and I expect a 9-0 record. 8-1 would be okay, but 9-0 when you guys get back home on the 20th.
All right. Sounds good, Jason. Well, thanks for having me, and appreciate everything you do.
That is Jon Burnett, the head coach of the Helena Senators, joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. It is not just a bundle. It's your home, it's your auto, it's your life. Mike understands that. Get a hold of Mike Miller State Farm in Helena today. Man. Sens, tough one. And it is true. If you give a team extra outs, it doesn't matter how good they are. Most teams will take advantage of it, and that's what happened last night at Kendrick Legion Field with the Sens. But speaking of baseball fields, Monday we were in the Pro-Am up in Whitefish, and we stayed in Big Fork, so we drove up to Whitefish Monday morning and drove by the new baseball stadium there by Majestic Valley Arena for what are they? Peaks, what are they up there? Rangers? Is that what it is? Anyway, beautiful stadium. I mean, it is a very beautiful stadium, and it's amazing. It's well done up there for sure. Flathead does a lot of things really, really well. Between Legends Stadium with the football and now the baseball field up there, Griffin Park or Griffin Stadium, whatever it's called. But yeah, well, good luck to the Sens on the big roadie. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. This segment brought to you by Ruckers Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Ruckers Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. And when we return, we got On This Day in History. We have the walk-off and much more all coming up here on a Wednesday edition of the Jason Walker Show.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Ruckers Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Ruckers, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Ruckers Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
I'm Brent Vegan, head football coach at Montana State. And this year at the Montana Pro Football Hall of Fame, we're doing more than just celebrating our very best. On Saturday, June 24th at the Billings Hotel and Convention Center, there will be a Speak Up Student-Athlete Mental Health Symposium from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Prominent figures throughout Montana, such as Jim O'Day and Tommy Millott, will offer discussion and collaboration on how to better the mental health of our student-athletes. After 3 Hall of Famers spoke up about their own mental health last year, it became apparent that we prioritize this topic at the Montana Pro Football Hall of Fame. Please join us on Saturday, June 24th, and for more information, go to the website mtfootballhof.com.
Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, Or your favorite band rocks the charts at number 1? It feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number 1 is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Ah, summer. A time to work in the yard and get all those projects that you've been thinking about all winter done. And when you've had enough, go to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar to cool off, relax, laugh a little, or a lot, your choice. Have a drink and play your favorite games. There's plenty of new games and your old favorites. Now, if you don't want to work hard and the relaxing part sounds the best to you, then just head over to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar on Dredge behind Jade Restaurant. Happy summer, everyone.
This is the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back. Final segment brought to you by Bowser's Lucky Dog Casino. Drink and gamble responsibly. Stop in, say hi to the gang. They'll treat you right. And who knows, you might walk out with some winnings. The big news of the day is that Lindsay Woolley has stepped down as the head coach of the Montana Western women's basketball team after 11 seasons and a national championship. He will be on the show tomorrow. Coach Woolley will be. Great guy. I've always enjoyed interviewing him whenever we've had the opportunity. And, man, he's put out some great players for sure. And, of course, that 2019 championship won in Billings. Man, that was fun. The Iron Sheik died. You remember that if you're an 80s wrestling fan, Iron Sheik died. It was announced today. Let's see. Any other big news? I don't think so. Biggest news is about Coach Woolley, really. And again, he'll join us on the show tomorrow. Looking forward to chatting with him. Let's see. I think that was it as far as the big news so far. Of course, whatever we missed today, we'll get tomorrow. Let's do on this day in history. It is Wednesday, June the 7th. It is National Boone Day for Daniel Boone. Chocolate Ice Cream Day, Oklahoma Day. VCR, remember VCRs? Who still has a VCR? And do you still use it? You can tweet us at JWalkerSports. Man, World Caring Day, National Running Day, for Food Safety Day. I remember I still have a ton of VCR stuff. I haven't watched one in years, but a lot of my old TV stuff is on there when I was doing television in Great Falls and in Grand Junction, Colorado. But yeah, good stuff. I've got like 2 boxes full of VCRs, like just old tapes, things like that. Old, between tapes of TV and, I used to record the CMA awards every year. So I got all of those. A lot of movies. And I know everybody remembers watching movies on VCR. My wife used to work at a video store in town, and she said the worst part was when people would bring it in and it wasn't rewound because you had to rewind it. On this date in 1892, John J. Doyle of the Cleveland Spiders is the first ever to do a pinch hit in a baseball game. First pinch hitter ever. 1900, at the British Open, St. Andrews, J.H. Taylor wins the title for the 3rd time by 8 shots. 1906, Chicago Cubs scored 11 runs in the first inning, ended up beating New York Giants future Baseball Hall of Famer Christy Mathewson and Joe McGinnity. 19-0. Worst loss in Giants franchise history. 1930, at the 62nd Belmont, Gallant Fox would win. 1941, Eddie Acaro aboard Whirlaway wins to win the first of 2 Triple Crowns for Eddie Acaro. Gene Alley drew a bases-loaded walk on this date in 1972 for the Pirates to beat the Padres 1-0. I bring it up because it took 18 innings. 1994, Ricky Henderson, then of the Oakland A's, steals his 1100th career base. 2003, French Women's Open, all Belgians. Justine Henin-Ardenne beat Kim Clijsters in straight sets, first of her 7 Grand Slam titles. 2008, French Open, Ana Ivanovic of Serbia won her only Grand Slam. 2009, at the French Men's, Roger Federer won his only French title. 2014, Maria Sharapova wins her 5th Grand Slam singles title at the French Open. 1947, Thurman Munson was born, the all-star catcher for the Yankees. Died in a plane crash in 1979 on an off day. Anna Kournikova, born on this date in 1981, speaking of great Russian tennis players. And everybody gave a hard time to Kournikova during her playing days. She won a couple of majors on the double side and won a ton of tournaments as a double. So everybody's like, oh, she was, not that good. She was a great tennis player. And who is she married to? Is it Enrique Iglesias? They have a couple of kids, I think. And Jim McKay was born on this date in 2008. He died on this date in 2008 at the age of 86. You remember Jim McKay? He was ABC's Wide World of Sports, the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat. Dean Martin, born on this date in 1917. He died in 1985. And Prince was born on this date in 1958. He died in 2016. Let's do this.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
The walk-off, presented by Cafe Zydeco. The Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Stop in for the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. And did not get to the shrimp po' boy last night for dinner. Maybe tonight after ballet camp for the little one. That's why shortened edition. Got to go pick her up. So, and take her to ballet camp. But Cafe Zydeco could be on the menu tonight. Maybe tomorrow. I got the golf league tonight after ballet, so we'll see. And she loves going golfing. She has golf camp starting next week. And man, oh man, she's going to love it. Ryan Cutter does such a great job with the junior program over at Green Meadow Country Club. And he has started a couple of new projects, Operation 36, which even adults, I'm told, should take it. So you've got to break par or hit par on 9 holes, so 36, from 25 yards out. And when you do that, then you move back to 50, then 100, then back and back and back until, I guess it's a great, great, great thing. And Cutter does such a great job over there. Just got married. He's got a baby on the way. Oh, living the life. Ryan Cutter, assistant golf pro. He's fantastic, too. Let's see. The big news today, Lindsay Woolley stepping down at Montana Western. He will be missed, and Britt Cooper, former player, will take over on an interim basis. A lot of people are saying she should get the job full-time. Not sure she was a great player. She's a great coach as an assistant. Not sure if she's ready yet for the head job, but you never know who they go with. So there you go. Hope you had fun today. I did. We'll have Lindsay Woolley on the show tomorrow, talking about his decision to leave Montana Western. He'll tell us where he's going, hopefully. I have an idea. I have a source that's from their source told me where, but promised Coach I wouldn't say anything until he's on the show tomorrow. But it's not too far away. And it's not in the state of Montana. But Coach Woolley will join us tomorrow. Also going to check in with the Preakness. Barry Abrams, ESPN producer, horse racing analyst, host of The Far Turn, will join us. Thanks to Jon Burnett for joining us today. Thanks to our wonderful sponsors and, of course, our great fans. 50 states, 55 countries. Couldn't do it without you. We'll do it again tomorrow. Make sure you join us. And if you missed anything, go to jasonwalkershow.com, and you can also listen to the brand new Continental Divide Radio. See you back here. Thursday, Jason Walker Show.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.